Well, is there something in life that you've always dreamed about doing but never made the leap for some reason or the other? Well, now is the time to see challenges as an opportunity for change and go from dreaming to doing.
Yeah, Amy Jo Martin is the author of Renegades Write the Rules. She has guided iconic clients like Hilton Worldwide, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, Nike, and Shaquille O'Neal. And we have her joining us now with some tips to go from dreaming to doing, which is, it's a good time to do that, that's for sure. Amy Jo, nice to have you.
Great to be here. Absolutely. I'm all about going from idea to action.
Good. Well, we're going to talk about it. So first of all, let's define, what does it mean to be a renegade?
A renegade is all about positive disruption, right? Not destruction. A renegade gets into the good kind of trouble, asks forgiveness instead of permission, but brings their results with them. A renegade's constantly asking themselves, why not now? Why not me?
Okay, so you have 5 rules to being a renegade. What's the first one?
I do, and you can apply these rules if you're considering a big career shift or any why not now idea, right? Number 1 is renegades identify what's the worst thing that could happen, right? It's not to be negative, but it's to absolutely put logic in the driver's seat, because when we follow an idea from green lighting it all the way to the worst case scenario, there's a lot of things we learn in the in between. Usually it takes a lot longer than we think for that to actually happen, because we just start with what if it doesn't work, and then what? And then what? And keep answering that question. And all of a sudden fear isn't in the driver's seat, logic is, and that's key.
It's so important. You got to get rid of that word fear, because that can paralyze everything. Well, so Tony Robbins once said on your podcast, talking to him, if you want to take the island, burn the boat. So let's talk about the idea behind that.
Yes. So you don't give yourself an out. That's what that means. So you put a mechanism in place that holds yourself accountable. Now that could be telling someone who you know will hold you accountable. It could be sending a text message. It could be scheduling a meeting to have a critical conversation. And the whole concept is that we're pushing ourselves across the starting line, just across. We don't have to go the whole way, but that momentum starts to compound over time and build.
Okay, so you say adversity can actually be used to your advantage when you're doing this?
Absolutely, Ernie. It's actually, adversity is an asset in disguise. So when we think about leveraging adversity, usually adversity comes in certain areas of our lives, right? Our finances, our careers, which is a big one right now, our health, our personal relationships. So if you look around in those areas of your life, there's usually a pretty big opportunity to reframe and shift.
Well, your next tip is to become hyper aware. How can that help? Because I think it's very hard to, there's so many distractions out there. That's a hard one, right?
It is so true. So being hyper aware of your mental, physical, and emotional state doesn't mean we can control it, right? But being aware is really informing you of that next step, because this is just data. You know, physiologically, how do you feel when you have an idea, when you meet someone, when you are in a certain place? Taking that into account, because that's strategy, right? If we consider that part of our compass, that's data that can inform the next best step.
Okay, so Amy Jo, you say stress the importance of a strong operating and belief system. What do you mean by that?
Right, exactly. So a lot of people claim to be big picture vision thinkers, or I'm really good with my hands dirty. We need both. We need to be able to have our operating system where we're getting things done, our boots are on the ground, we're rolling up our sleeves, and we're in those weeds. But in a moment's notice, we need to be able to toggle up into the bigger picture, the vision, the mission, the why, and back and forth on a moment's notice, right? So that's when we're able to really balance the productivity with the strategy as well.
So important. Amy Jo, where can people find you real fast?
RenegadeAccelerator.com is where people can find us. And we actually are open for enrollment for our program for female leaders, executives, and entrepreneurs through next week. So I'm also Amy Jo Martin on all social media.
Wonderful.
All right, makes it easy.
Yep. All right, Amy Jo, thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it.
Thank you.